What up, y'all? This is our first episode of a podcast. It's called Defining You. So we got my homie here.
Andy, what's up, man?
My name's Aman.
Yeah, like, what's up, man?
And we got a bunch of questions that we wanted to talk about today. Actually, we could do a little intro, just like a quick, 15-second intro, who we are, where we come from, and then we'll do some questions.
Alright, so I'm Andy O. Last name Andy Omorgi. I'm Nigerian, first generation. I was born in Texas, but I was raised in Memphis, so I have like a little bit of influence of both. Memphis born and raised, M-Town down. So that's really my story, like Nigerian being raised in Memphis, first generation born. What about you, Amar?
Yes, sir. So I was born in India, came through to Los Angeles when I was young. Most of my life I've been in LA, and I just moved to Memphis this last month, and actually just met Andy last Saturday.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Yeah, and then he actually brought it up. He was like, "You ever done a podcast before?" So now we're doing it. So that's good.
Yeah.
So first question. Do you want to ask the first one?
Yeah, I'll ask the first one. So I know you say you're from India. I know your culture is Indian in your household, but like you was raised in the States, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess my first question would be like, how has it been like having to adjust from like an Indian household and being raised like in the States? Like, do you ever feel like boxed in or like defined by either side of your culture?
Yeah, I think like I didn't think of myself as like, oh, I gotta be boxed in, but over time I did feel like it because when I go to India, I'm too American. And then when I'm in America, I'm too Indian.
Yeah, I feel that, man.
Yeah, you felt something similar with you?
I felt the same, man. I'm gonna let you explain, man. I'm just showing you. I agree, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think like I guess I would say that question leads perfectly into. I feel boxed in sometimes because people don't understand. They misunderstand where I'm coming from. Like they may see like, oh, are you trying to be this way? Or are you trying to fit in this way? And it's more like, no, I just come from a diverse background. And in college, really, that's where I met a lot of people from different backgrounds. And now I have Black, Mexican, white, Asian friends from everywhere. So it like it's all become part of what I am.
Yeah.
So some people who maybe have only stayed in one culture their whole life, it could be a little confusing. I could see that. And I did feel a little boxed in at times because people don't understand it or they may judge it. But I feel like at the end of the day, I'm happy with it. And the people who get me, that's what it's all about anyway. Because they just understand it's not about. They're open-minded. Like they're not looking to judge me first and put me in a box.
Yeah.
So those are people I want to be with anyway.
Yeah, but you have to be pretty open-minded yourself because like for you to be coming from an Indian like lineage or whatever and growing up in an American like society, like you could have easily like just like gleaned to your own people and just like only adopted the Indian like roots and culture, but you made it a point to like be diverse and like be social and be open to like experiencing different cultures and like that probably has to define who you are today a lot. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
I always think it's funny. It's such a good point you bring up because I had some friends in my neighborhood who like literally across the street or down the other block, and we were that close to each other but totally different experience because they just stayed within their own group. And I'm not here to be like, oh, you shouldn't do that. Maybe that's what they like, or they're comfortable staying in that. But what was just cool was what I noticed about it is how different we are, but we still like we were right next to each other.
Yeah,
it's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's like I think that really like speaks to like the individuality of a person. Like you can even be like from the same background, have the same culture, but like just who you are as a person. Like sometimes it's just it can't be repeated. Like I always like to say like there would never be another me who was like raised in this time, who shares this, like who has had the same experiences of growing up as I had. Like I'm literally like a fingerprint. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
101.
101, yeah, and you are too, man. Like,
That's true.
and I think it's dope that you like really you wasn't afraid to embrace who you are and like explore it and like bring who you are to the forefront. You know what I'm saying? It's cool.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Ford, what would you say to that question? Have you ever felt boxed in?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like my answer was probably similar to yours. Like the Nigerian side of my Nigerian people that I was raised around. Like when I would go to like Nigerian parties and stuff like that.
Like house parties?
House parties, like the Nigerian community, like we have gatherings and stuff like that. I would go, and like I would find myself like I can vibe in there. It's cool, but it's like I'm different because it's like I'm not. I have a totally different experience of life outside of this. Like in my neighborhood, in my school, like I was raised around. I was kind of in the hood, but I was raised like majority black people. You know, like American black people. So it's like they don't really understand me. You know, Africans, you know, they still have the perspective, especially as a kid of like, you know, Africans, they live in trees. You know what I'm saying? You know, just like the perspective of not knowing. So I kind of felt like at times, even though I wasn't like understood, but it was like a duty of mine to kind of like expose them to like the truth. You feel me? Like of what Africa or Nigeria is really like. Like, you know what I'm saying? We don't live in trees. We have like urban infrastructure and shit. Like, yeah, like, you know, I'm from the South, so you know, like, you know, it's definitely a Southern mentality. Like, yeah. So I've definitely felt boxed in for sure, man. But
so, and you were mentioning a couple of things, like one at the house parties, and then was that like from other Nigerians?
Yeah, for sure, because I wasn't Nigerian enough.
And then at school, it was from other people saying those type of things.
They were saying I was like it's crazy because like I'm dark skinned, so it's like I fit in as far as like the physicality and the look.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but then like I remember it always used to be like the first beginning of school, like the first day of class, and like the teacher would call roll. And like I've been met friends and shit. Like I'm cool. Like I'm you know, just fitting in, like making friends and stuff. Like, and the teacher would call roll, like, and she would get to my name, and like she would try to pronounce my last name, and like everybody in class was like, "What? Like, who is that?" Like, and I remember I used to feel like as a kid, I used to be like, you know, ducking my head. I would like, or I would like try to like. When I knew the teacher was about to call my name, she would say Andy, and I would like quickly raise my hand.
So you didn't want to say the last name?
Yeah, like
that's funny.
But like, as I gotten older, I guess that's to answer your question. Yes, I felt boxed in.
Yeah.
That's part of the experience of feeling boxed in. Like I had to hide one side from the other. Type shit. Like,
yeah. Dang, that it's like you have you really are one identity. You're one person, but you feel like I have to show this side for them and this side for them.
Yeah, like I felt that way, but when I was younger, for sure. But as I gotten older, I've learned to like incorporate both sides, and like because it's really a part of who I am overall. And like I think the real struggle was just me being more accepting of myself.
For real.
Yeah, like once I learned to like truly accept myself, then I was like okay with presenting it to the world. Like I felt like I had to like switch sides depending on who I was in front of in order to like fit in, I guess. But yeah, because I always felt like one wouldn't understand the other. But as I gotten older, like I'm proud of both heritages. Like I love what I learned from my Nigerian side of the family. I love like what I learned from growing up in an urban community. Yeah, like for sure.
It's funny you mentioned the name thing because I have a story too with that. Like, so my first full name is Amandeep, but I just went by Aman or Aman at school because I was like, that's simpler, right? But I had one teacher. She was calling roll, and she she did me dirty. She said, Amanda? And I didn't, there was no way I was going to respond to that. So I just kept letting her say, Amanda?
I ain't no
Amanda?
way.
She said, I was like, that's not me.
Bro, there's no way she got Amanda from my mind, bro. It's crazy.
It's crazy. So I felt that too with like my name, and yeah, even kids might joke with it, like about the name and stuff. And then when I was younger, I was like, it was kind of annoying. But when I grew up older too, similar to that, it was like just embracing both sides. Because you can't be complete until you embrace
both sides. Yeah, I feel it. Yeah, for sure. So like, what does Aman mean, man?
Oh yeah, it means peace.
Yeah, because I know like Aman, there's like a variety of ways I've heard it, like for like, it's kind of like a variation of when you say Amen.
Yeah.
In prayer.
Yeah. Amen. I think somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I know in Egypt, Aman was like the sun god.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, so it's kind of cool.
Yeah, for sure.
It's pretty cool. Okay, let's go to question 2. So I could ask that one.
Yeah.
Can I see what that one was?
Yeah, let me find it.
Yeah. So this one is, I'll ask you first, then you ask me.
Alright, for sure.
And if you have an example, you could do that. But what's the scariest part of leaving something comfortable to chase something real?
Man, that's a deep question for real. The scariest part of leaving something comfortable to chase something that's real.
Yeah.
I guess it's just like, for me, I would say probably like imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome, like maybe thinking that you're not good enough to chase it, or like you're not deserving of what you're chasing. So it kind of like puts some hesitancy in your decision to like chase it or whatever. So like for an example, like when I first graduated from college, I moved to DC, and like me, I feel like that was a thing. That's a good example to use because it was my first time moving from like Tennessee, like a big city as an adult. Moving from a small town as an adult and going to like a big city. Yeah, a big city where it's like, I don't really know too many people, you know what I'm saying? Like I gotta figure it out type shit, like who I am. It's like a different culture, I don't know nothing at all. And like, I think really imposter syndrome was the thing, like not thinking I would be able to like, you know, hold it down and make it out there. But as I got there, like I discovered so much about myself, man. I wouldn't trade that experience for nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I met so many cool people. I learned so much about myself. I had tough times for sure, but it taught me that I was resilient, you know. I was able to unlock so many different sides of myself that I haven't been able to express, like, I guess in my small town in Tennessee. Because it was like, DC is such a diverse place, so it's like people are really authentic, like they express themselves authentically. They're just different, you know, like.
So that affected you, like that
in
a
sure,
good way?
Like in a good way. At first it was like, whoa, like, you know, like this is different, like there's not like people wearing all the same things, like everybody's wearing something different. Like I used to take the metro, like I used to be on the train, like, with like businessmen who had like suits, and you can tell they was on their way to like their companies or whatever. And then there was like people going to school like in their uniforms and they had their headphones on to like, you know, like all different cultures, just different, all congregated on one form of transportation, going their own separate ways. Like everybody was trying to get it. It taught me I could be authentic, you know what I'm saying, and I could just really express myself for real, freely. But like, what about you? Because I know like you just moved, you know, to Memphis from LA. Like.
Yeah. The uncomfortable part was like, damn, I'm leaving state, California, that I've been my whole life basically. And I'm like, truthfully, I didn't think about it too much. I was like, dang, this is a good job opportunity. This could be a really cool place to grow and meet new people too. I was thinking from positive side. The uncomfortable part actually was not as much moving. Of course, it was going to be a big thing, but I didn't know what to expect, so I didn't think about it as much. I was like, okay, this is cool. The uncomfortable part for me was how many people were negative about it.
Mm.
And I was like, damn, why can't you just wish good on me, you know?
Why are they negative though? Like, what was?
So, of course, some people online, and I think this is just online and people in general, if you look at what people say to people entering any new city, they're like, don't come here. So, like, it doesn't matter if it's LA, Miami, New York.
Yeah.
If you go on, like, Reddit, whatever, forum, YouTube, people be like, man, New York ain't what it used to be 10 years ago. Don't come here. It's like, this ain't. And I'm like, wait. At first, they were saying that about Tennessee, about Memphis, right? And then I was like, oh, damn. But then I was like, no, they do this about everything. It depends the attitude of the person you're getting the information from. So I stopped taking it. I said, I'm not listening to you. But then even like some friends, a good amount of fam, they weren't like negative, but they were like, that's a big change. And then it was only my dad who was like, you got it. It's cool. And I was like, thank you.
He's cool.
Shout out to my dad, because I need that one person.
Yeah, sure.
I need that one person to be like, it's gonna be new, but it's good. You did this in college when you went to San Diego, so it's gonna be a little different. But you're young, and this is the time. That was another thing he mentioned. You're young. This is the time to explore. This is a good thing.
Sure, man.
So it wasn't comfortable at first, but I had a little bit of support. And then when I came out, I didn't stay inside or be like, I'm just gonna stay to myself. I was like, I wanna experience what the city's like. I wanna meet people. I wanna hang out. And so it was scary thinking about coming here, but as soon as I moved, I just was like, I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna do these things, and then that made it not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, since being here, like, have you had an experience where you felt boxed in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just the one.
Yeah, for sure. Go ahead.
It's literally just the one. I don't know. Should I mention it again? I feel like maybe I'm doing too much if I mention it.
No, I have to.
Yeah. It was just one moment, right? Maybe where I felt a little boxed in. But other than that, like, no. Like, everybody here, much more welcoming. I was actually telling Andy earlier, the culture I really appreciate, because it actually felt like a connection back to the Indian roots. Because on Punjabi culture, I feel like a lot of people are...
What's it called?
Oh yeah, it's called Punjabi.
Punjabi?
Yeah, that's it.
Punjabi.
Punjabi, so Punjabi.
Punjabi, I like that.
Yeah, so it's North India, and we're Punjabi, and we're kind of like, a lot of us are lively. We get loud. We like to, we have that kind of fun. Everybody's different. Not everybody's the same, but the culture is you meet people, and there's not like a stigma with meeting new people. If you're from the culture, it's like, hey, what's up? Like, we'll be welcoming. So when I came here, it did feel really nice to get that feeling again, because there's the Southern hospitality. People are welcoming. If I go to a bar, and that's where I met you and AJ, just at a bar, like, I was eating food.
Shout out to AJ, man.
Shout out. Like, in LA, it's different. A lot of times, people aren't going to be as open to you just striking up conversations. I like that a lot. That's cool. Yeah.
That's dope, man. I'm going to ask you the third question.
Third question.
Because I know you do music. You know what I'm saying? Do you want to speak about your music before I ask you this question? Like, where people can link with your music and all that?
Actually, you can ask it and I'll mention it at the end.
All right, for sure. Okay, I know you do music, man. So, like, I want to know, like, what kind of music did you grow up on? And, like, what type of music, like, influenced you the most? Like, your sound, like, who you are, or just, like, just tell your story of your encounter with music. Like,
yeah. Of course, I'm gonna love this question, because music is so, like, important to me, and, like, how I grew up, and it formed me in so many ways. So I'm gonna ask the same question after I finished you. But when I was really, really young, I think up until middle school, I was listening to Indian music mostly. A lot of Indian music, because my parents would have it in the household. Even a little bit of reggae, because, like, Bob Marley is universal, so, like, he's gonna be playing. I loved the sound of our Punjabi music. It's very hype and energetic. So I really liked it. And it's kind of celebratory a lot of times. So I just like Punjabi music. I like the reggae, the Bob Marley that I would play in the house sometimes. And only when I was like 12, 13, I started listening to more American music. The first, I'll never forget, I was like walking home from school, and I wasn't really exposed to other music, but I was like on some radio, and they played California Love by Tupac. I was like, And that was it. That part like got me. I was like, damn, this hook is fire. And then just the confidence of the rap was so fun. And I was like, this is kind of what I need. I was really quiet at that part of my life. I was quiet, kind of reserved, and I was like, I like the confidence. I want to. This is what I was when I was young. I want to come back to this. So
Sure.
that brought me into rap. So I started listening to rap. Really got into rap.
So California Love was your introduction into rap.
California Love was it,
Damn.
absolutely. And then I was like looking at all 90s rap, like 90s. I went crazy with 90s rap. Then started listening up until like 2000s till now. And I started making music when I was like 16, 17 because I was fed up with school. I was like, coming from Indian culture, you're like taught school is everything. Education is number one.
Same.
And in some ways it's good, but I needed a little bit more balance. I needed a well-rounded experience. And I got so frustrated. I was just like pissed off of just always studying, not being able to really hang out as too much with friends or go on dates or express. That's it.
Yeah.
Number one thing, I didn't feel like I was expressing myself. So after school I biked. I just went biking for a long time. I went down this trail, found like a open space, and I was just like listening to some music, and I started rapping. And that was like my beginning to it. It just felt freeing. It was like, I get to create whatever I want. And that was so freeing. I create. And since then, now it's actually been, 10 years. 10 years since then. And I still love it. That's how I know it's like for me because I'm excited to keep making new stuff. So it was that influence of Punjabi, Indian music. Really, I have to say Tupac because Tupac really got me in it. And then now I listen to R&B and Afrobeats more. So that's my sound. All of that together.
So like, is that like the genre of music that you mainly listen to, like Punjabi, Afrobeats, R&B, rap?
Yeah, I listen to that a lot. But to be honest, there is a difference over time. I've learned what I make and everything I listen to because now I listen to almost like everything. Because I love soul, for example. I love soul. That's like maybe a top 3 genre. I love reggae, but I don't make reggae yet. And then there's other genres too I'm blanking on, but like soul, reggae, R&B, rap are like some of my favorites. Afrobeats recently has gotten there. And I'm just like, I'm a person who likes listening to new stuff, so.
Yeah, for sure. Like, yeah, man.
Okay, now I gotta ask you, what sounds did you grow up on and how did they make you who you are?
Man, for sure, like music, because like I was saying before, like being with the boxing question, like having to like separate myself between both sides of my cultures, music felt like an escape door. You know, it felt like the only thing that I could use for real to like escape and just, you know, get lost and just be myself. Or like, you know, I could just put on my headphones and like, you know, escape to another world. Like, you know what I'm saying? I love music, man. Like the melodies, the backgrounds, the ad-libs, like all the instruments that I play. Like I love all of it. I love how they bring different sounds together and shit like that. Like all of that, I feel like is a means of self-expression. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so like, for sure, like music was that, it was like an outlet for me. But like the sounds that have like really influenced me, I'm not gonna lie, when I was young, my dad, man, like every weekend, Saturday mornings and Sunday mornings, I would wake up to like the smell of like my mama cooking breakfast, like oatmeal, eggs, like we didn't really eat pork, but like turkey bacon, sausage, and I would like hear my dad, like he had a record player, so like he would put like Sade on a record player.
Oh, Sade. That's
like my dad loves music too, so he loves a variety of music. He would listen to country music like Don Williams. He would play Sade sometimes. He would play Michael Jackson. Like I love Michael Jackson growing up. But then like when I really started to express myself in music through my listening, just like as an individual, I really gravitated towards rap, and it was like more like the East Coast rap.
Oh, okay, you like the East Coast. Was there any like rappers that you think of when it comes to mind?
For sure, like Cameron, Dipset, like Diplomatic Community, like those are like some of the records I grew up listening to and spinning. But definitely everything, you know, like I love R&B. I used to try to sing a little bit. My sisters can sing. They're very musically talented. I used to dabble in music through singing, but like Jagged Edge, Music Soul Child. But I like a variety of music. Sade, like I said, all of that, like all different sounds, even country music, like Morgan Wallen. I like a lot of different sounds, and I think the more open you are, especially towards music, the more freedom of expression you have. Like, you know, when you don't box yourself in, you just kind of like, especially with music, you can just allow yourself to just flow, like create.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it definitely impacted me as far as like growing up, because like it just allowed me an outlet for real.
Yeah, that's what. So like a lot of us, I think we got that connection through music. We can universal language.
Yeah,
That's
for
what
sure.
about,
Universal language, Afro beats, like that's another big thing.
It's another big one. I'm just checking the battery.
How long have we been going?
All right, we got the last question now, which is, what's the application and benefits of vibration and frequencies? And the cool thing is actually that question is broad that Andy had, because we could talk a little bit about music, but we also said frequency.
Yeah.
That's not just music.
Yeah, it's not just music.
Tell me what you think.
About frequency being not just music?
Yeah, like the benefits of frequency and like what's low frequency, maybe what's high frequency.
Okay, so like through my experience, my research, and what I've learned, like there's certain tones. Like I know, you probably heard like solfeggio frequencies.
Actually, I haven't. Tell me.
Oh, it's like I feel like it's like 7 tones. Like they're like specific hertz of the tones, and like depending on the frequency, it can induce different states. So like the lower the frequency, it can like put you in a bad mood, or like some of the higher frequencies and some of the more balanced tones can put you in like a mood of feeling very good, like 432, 521, I think.
Okay, maybe I heard just a little bit about this, but that's
yeah,
cool.
for sure. Like even the music, like some people attune their music to like 432. Yeah, for sure. And it'll like have a different impact, I feel like, if you're really like aware. You know what I'm saying? So
that's
like
cool.
Some of the benefits is just like, you know, understanding what certain tones do and like how they can affect our vibration. There's even like a scientist named Rife, I forget his first name, but like he used frequency to like heal people, because like
sound therapy, really.
Sound therapy, and it makes me like, cause you know water is a conducer, so like he used to like submerge people in water and like play certain tones, and like, you know,
wow.
Yeah, the water would like pick up the frequency and it would like carry it. You know what I'm saying? He would use it to like help heal people and stuff like that. So like I use frequencies for like a variety of reasons, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it just depends on like the research I've done on the specific frequency and how it can affect me. You know, the beneficial ones I definitely like put to use for sure. But what about you? What you think?
That's really cool. Like, I'd always heard a little bit about it, but never went as deep. And now I want to. I'm like, damn, I really gotta go into this, because the one clip I had seen in the past was, I think it was Ye talking about like 808s. He was talking about.
Oh my God!
Did you see that one?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Because I think he was mentioning something about those are low frequency technically.
Yeah, like the drum, it can. I don't know if you know about chakras and stuff like that. Like I'm kind of spiritual, but I'm not really too deep into spiritual. But I know, I just know because of music, really, like, in the different states that music can like cause you to like be in. But like the drums or 808s, it really affects like I've heard like the root chakra.
Yeah.
And that's more like a primal. Fleshly, physical frequency, so it makes you want to dance. You know what I'm saying? Anything physical. You feel it?
Yeah.
So like the drums for sure. Like that's why even in the Nigerian culture, the drums is utilized a lot. Like the drums and like the winding of the waist. Like, you know, the Caribbean culture. I'm pretty sure yours too.
Yep.
They're like what do you think?
Yeah, like you can hear in the tone of some music, it's literally designed just for that. Like it's just for dancing. And actually, I feel like some of it can be really, really positive and beneficial in terms of if it's just like expressing and letting free with dance. There's a lot of good music where it is dance oriented, but it's not about just like, you know, lust straight up,
Yeah, for sure.
or yeah, like completely going crazy with like drinking or whatever it is. It's like more about just having a good time, like dance and connect.
Yeah.
So that's what always interests me. I think how can you make something catchy and powerful for people to feel, but it's not negative.
Yeah.
I want to do that with my music too. I want to really bring people together through it, and I feel like one of the best examples ever is Michael. Like Michael Jackson, around the world, it doesn't matter. Like Indian people love Michael Jackson. People in remote villages knew who he was because his frequency, the way his music spread across was literally, it was like the love.
Yeah.
Like you could feel it, and that's why some music, it can make you emotional in a really positive way because you're like, wow, I feel connected. Oh, I gotta give this one example. I gotta share because I was just listening to this, right? It was Stevie Wonder. Okay, so one of my favorites too, Stevie Wonder. But I didn't know this about the song. I was just listening to recently because I've been taking singing lessons, trying to get better singing. My vocal coach, she was like, okay, we're gonna listen to the Stevie song, okay? And I want you to see how he goes from different registers, where he goes from his chest voice, and then he goes to a mix of chest and head. It's a little bit different. And then after that lesson, I was like, okay, this is cool. I played the song on YouTube because I loved it. It was Isn't She Lovely?
Yeah.
A beautiful song.
Beautiful song.
But when I listened to it in the past, I thought maybe it's about a girl or something. When I went to the comments, he wrote that song after he had his newborn daughter. It was about his child after he was born.
Bro, you know what's so crazy? It's like your ear and the tone and the vibe of your music can like speak and like say one thing, but the words that you like lay over it can say a totally different thing.
That's what's so crazy. Like I didn't realize that, but then when I listen to it with a different ear because of that.
Yeah.
When I realized that was the story behind it, and it was like it made me emotional. I was like, I don't even have a kid, but I can imagine. Just think about it. Stevie was blind and he had a kid, and he was able to make this.
Wow. He was never like
he never saw it,
that's
but
crazy.
he felt it and he put it through the vibration
Of his music.
Oh, it blew my mind. I was like, this is incredible.
And I was having this conversation just the other day with my homie AJ. Shout out to him again, but like he was telling me about this Frankie Beverly and Maze song. It's like they play it at the end of every like club. Like it's like a dun dun dun. You make me happy.
Yeah, that one.
It's not like it's an upbeat song. Like people like do dances to it, like little line dances to it. But it's really a breakup song.
No way.
It's a breakup song.
That's a breakup song? It feels so good.
I know, right? Like his tone spoke one thing, but the words said another. It's like that's fascinating to me how you can relay a message, but like the packaging of it can like, you know what I'm saying? Like
present a different way. That's crazy. You know, another example. I wonder if you know can think of the song. It's an Outkast song that's like this.
Hey y'all.
Yeah,
we talked about that.
You talked that one.
The same song.
The same song, because the first few times I heard that, I'm like, this is fun. And then you look at the lyrics, damn, this is depressing.
Yeah, it's depressing. The words is like, yeah, it's crazy as hell.
Dang, that's cool. Okay, so we talked about different frequencies, different sounds. Maybe the last thing we could talk about is, I think, even beyond music, frequency when it comes to like energy and like how people move.
I had a feeling you was gonna go there, man. I was gonna go there if you wasn't, but yeah, for sure. Like, what you think, man? Tell me.
My take is recently I've been feeling this like so strongly because who I attract and who I hang out with, it's literally because of that. I used to, when I was a kid, I was very free. Then up until like middle school, high school, I was so reserved, quiet. I didn't know myself. I was just I was kind of to myself, and I didn't put out a good frequency. But then college and since after, but really the last few years, my attitude is just like everything. So like I just always have a really good positive attitude, and it helps with everything because it doesn't matter what the situation is. Yeah, maybe I feel sad for a little bit, but in general, I'm grateful. So I've heard that's one of the most powerful frequencies too, just gratitude, like knowing what you have
appreciate it.
appreciating it, and that's what's made me like so happy. And I want to be around that.
Yeah, for sure. So like, I know you spoke about like you was more reserved in high school and stuff like that, but then like the end of college. So like, what do you think like made your frequency switch to that, like frequency of gratitude and appreciation?
Yeah, a couple of things. I think I had the freedom now, because growing up a little bit in the Indian culture, it's strict.
Same experience, man.
So it could be a little repressive, and then when you go to college, it's like, wow, I get all the time. I get to pick what I study.
Yeah.
Let's go. And then after I'm studying, I'm doing music. I get to express. So it's like it opened me up. And then the second thing is the people. I'm meeting people from all across the world. So it's fire.
Yeah, I feel like it's the same for me. Like I was gonna take it there too, like with the frequency, like how we carry our own unique frequency or signature. You know what I'm saying? Like you remember how I was saying how like there'll never be another you with the same experiences and all that.
Yeah.
That is a part of the frequency that we have, like our experiences, the people who have influenced us, like all of that. Because I've heard about like an electromagnetic field, like energy is measured in hertz, just like sound is. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, like it's a big thing. Like your energy, you can feel the electromagnetic field. You can feel people's energy. Like some people's energy be low. Like sometimes you can walk in a room and you can just like experience like, whoa, like it's heavy or like it's light, like, you know what I'm saying, it's dope vibes, and like you go into a place and it's dope vibes, dope music playing, like he's like, oh, okay, it's light in here.
Yeah,
you feel me? Like I can groove in here. So it's definitely like something to be aware of, and you know, something that I've like looked into for sure, man. I try to like cultivate my energy to be positive and surround myself around positive people, because you can pick up on other people's energy, and you can either like affect their energy or it can affect yours.
Or affect yours. Yeah, it's a two-way street always. Damn, that's low-key a perfect like ending topic, because our idea for the podcast title was defining you, and then I love what you said, like nobody has your experience, like it's your one-on-one. So like, yeah, I like that.
For sure, man. My homie AJ was actually calling me too.
Oh, bet. We can end it there then. Bet.
Yeah.